Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Diablo 3. We are carrying on pushing up our gems. We're looking to get them to rank 55 as the next part of the season journey. So it's going to be pretty much just rift running for this episode. If we find something interesting, we might take a slight detour elsewhere. But I'm not expecting much special content other than just fun rifts. Now we could of course do the challenge rifts in order to get some extra materials, but because of the speed that we go through, oh geez, that didn't work out well for us. Because of the speed we go through these, it's definitely not something that we need to worry about. We can get more materials faster by just running through our current Torment 16 rifts and the equivalent greater rifts. Oh, that is frustrating. Yeah, we're not quite getting the rhythm with these guys. It has been a few days since I last played, so of course, standard disclaimers. Let's get you blatted. We are ahead of time, but only just. So really I want to bring that up more. Much more. Let's get out of here before we lose Akrat's champion like that. And those purple orbs will definitely help us out. I think I probably retreated a little bit too much at the start. It's hard to judge what the right balance is, I think. But without the big damage reduction that we get for using Fist of the Heavens all the time, I always tend to err on the side of caution. And there's a lot of ranged mobs in this one. Get that conduit, that will help. That is, if there's anything for us to actually hit with it. Alright, I guess we're moving on. Maybe this section will be a bit better for us. Maybe not. We've still got really good time on our progress. So I'm not too worried about the fact that we are going a little bit slower than we have previously. That worked. That worked really well. Okay, who's next? Oh god. Let's actually retreat from that. I think that must have been a provoke in the middle of all that. Alright, we're about to lose Akarat's champion again, so need to be careful until we can put it back on. Moving on to Greater Rift level 3. And a shield pylon will do wonders. Oh my god, look at this group. And all that poison. I am so glad we got the shield pylon. Okay, I really want to get as much progress as possible, but also we haven't killed everything behind us. So I'd quite like to get out of this area. If we can. Or hit the Rift Guardian, but I don't see either of those happening. Okay, we've only got a small amount of shield pylon left, so let's start being a bit more sensible, giving ourselves some actual retreat locations. Shield pylon is gone. And we are slow. And trying to run away, and this is totally not working. No thank you with all that poison. Can't be dealing with that. Yeah, this particular rift section has everything that I detest in. Ooh. I'm definitely not handling it particularly well, but in general, I think we're doing all right. Right, looks like the next area is just a little bit further on. So let's get Akarat's champion on. Try and take advantage of a new area. That works. Right, nothing down there, so round we come. This should hopefully be enough to get the Rift Guardian in. If not, we'll be damn close to 98%. Damn close. Oh, we've run out of Akarat's champion. So back off just long enough to get it. There we go. Bang. Just like riding a bike. Alright, Airship, we know who you are. Right, I've got all those things, so let's carry on putting them into Bane of the Trapped. Next up is going to be Goggle of Swiftness.
I'm returning to town.
Definitely not our fastest run through, but not terrible. We didn't trigger any deaths, so that's kind of the important thing for me. Our leveling is definitely slowing down though. So let's have a look and see what we've got. Goldskin, don't care. Bulkathos, don't care. Belt of the Trove, it's cool, but also don't care. Runner's Mantle, Gauntlets of Akan. I think we've already got Gauntlets of Akan. Yeah, we do. So all of this can get salvaged up. What are we missing? We're missing... The Invoker doesn't have a chest piece.
My stomach feels strange.
Did you forget to eat again? No. In fact, I decided
We've got all of Roland's.
out of the way all at once.
So we're missing legs.
Until I couldn't take another bite.
Oh, it sounds like you ate too much then.
Being a mortal is very complicated.
Yeah, let's gamble for legs.
Fortune favors the bold. Do come back again.
That's too expensive.
Okay, an interesting selection. Let's have a very quick look. It's not the classes. I want to double check to see what it says about our sets per. I would have thought it would be in one of these. I must be mistaken. Oh well, I can find that another time. Right, so we're going to salvage up all of this. We don't care about the hexing pants of Mr. Yan, even if they are ancient. So gone, 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 and gone. Couple more gems. Not really enough for us to do anything with. One more, and then we'll consider going through and doing another gem upgrade. But for now, let's get in and do another Greater Rift. That's not good. That's really not good. Even with our damage reduction, that was really painful. Now, we didn't lose any of our extra lives in that, but I am so glad that I had Akrat's champion on just in case. Right, that's them killed. Oof. And it took up time as well, which is frustrating in its own way. Yeah, lots of things jumping around onto us. Anyone up here? No, a couple of people, but nothing really that interesting. Leaping and ranged attacks. It's not a good combination. Because they can hit us at such a huge distance. Oh my word. They really can. And you never know which direction you're facing. And look at how much health they take off us when they do that as well. It's rather vicious. Okay, we've got Akrat's champion back on. He's tricky because I want to be getting forwards to engage them, but I definitely don't want them triggering any of our deaths. Alright, this area is safe. Let's move through and have a look at the entry for the next bit, which is definitely not safe. Akarat's on. I think I handled that particularly well. Because the last thing we want is to be waiting around in an area just... Let's get speed pile. Just because we haven't yet got like the cooldown in the perfect place. So nothing down here. That's fine. Let me grab those. Pop. He didn't even know what hit him. Speed piling makes such a difference for being able to really hammer out those shotgun blasts. No, thank you. I will back away from that. Now, that wasn't Cormac that got them, it was our friendly Shade that actually took them out. Very handy having them. It does mean that you can pay a little bit less attention, but that is, of course, a horrible trap to fall into. You're right, Amos, what's going on? Get the channeling pollen, because then I don't need to worry about my cooldowns at all. No thank you. Right, we can definitely get these guys done before we need to do any recharging. Right. Anyone else that needs killing? Oh, the Rift Guardian, perfect. Lovely. Blinded him and then smacked him down. So a whole bunch of things from that. We're going to put the point into Goblet of Swiftness, and then the remaining 4 go into Pain Enhancer. Unfortunately, things have ended up out of sync like this, but yeah, it happens. Definitely happens.
I'm returning to town.
And in terms of spare Great Rift Keystones, we do still have 1 left, so we can do another run straight away. But trousers first.
Don't forget, luck always
Someday,
changes.
perhaps, when I'm rich.
Iron Skin increases your block amount. It's not a horrible thing. Foundation of the Light, that's a nice one. But we've already got another nice one, of course we do. Let's put it there so I can decide later. Pleasure of Chaldean, don't care. Court of the Sherma, I do like Court of the Sherma. I would be wearing it if we weren't using Captain Crimson's. So I will hold on to it. We'll put that over here. Depth Seekers don't care. Swift Mount, it'll come across, we'll extract that. And to Demon Hunter Syndicate. Right, points in, points in, points in, points in. It might even be a little bit harder for us because we're not gaining levels as quickly. We're not as reliant on our primary resource as we certainly used to be. And certainly not as much as some other characters. So it's probably not having that much of an impact. But it is worth considering these things. Now, if we wanted to reforge something, let's just have a look and double check the requirements. So 5 of each of the bits and 50 Forgotten Souls. Well, we've definitely got enough to do that. And probably the biggest benefit to us would be our weapon. So we may as well do that now. Get it ticked off, and fingers crossed we will get a good version that comes out of it. It's got good strength on it. And that's about it. That's a shame. I can't believe it. Yeah, so without the socket, of course. We did use the Ramalama Ding Dong. It is slightly better. And it does have a chance to inflict bleed. I wonder if the bleed from that affects the blood frenzy. I suppose it probably would, so it could work out quite beneficial in that sense. But we lose the cooldown on skills. The resource costs, I don't really care that much. But the cooldown on skills is the big thing. Still, it was worth giving it a go, and it ticked off that part of the season journey at least. So the other bits, leveling gems to 55, killing Magda, using Kanai's cube to augment a level 50 gem. Of course, the level 50 gem we're not going to do until we've ticked off everything else. So let's jump in and we'll do another. We can't afford to empower them anymore. All right, we are back to being a pauper. Not a problem, we can run around being poor, or just take slightly more runs to do the things we want to do. Which means more Death Rest, more potential item upgrades, and all of that. It doesn't really count that much against us. Okay. Let's push on through. Grab the purple orbs, and yeah, we're done here. So, next section. He is dead. Appreciate what you're trying to do with those fire chains, but no thank you. Shield Parliament, great. Grab that as we go past. That gives us another friend to help out. And means we can be quite a bit more reckless. Every time I see him say something in the text chat down in the bottom left, I think it's going to be that we've engaged one of the elites, and I'm always disappointed when it's just him like muttering to himself. Any more? No. Okay, this area is safe. Let's move on. Channeling partner, great. Doubly great because of our Akarat's champion cooldown and also the friend. that we get. Because what is not to love about adventuring with a buddy? Except when I actually forget to activate Akrat's Champion. I mean, that's entirely on me. That's me just going, yeah, I'm having fun, and charging around and not watching my cooldowns. Easily rectified by, you know, paying attention, being competent, all those things. Oh, another guy. Did not even really notice him in there. 98%, we're almost at the Rift Guardian. Perfect. We should be able to kill him before he becomes an actual problem. Look at all this stuff. I will have all of this. That was much better. That was actually our personal best in terms of time. So we've had like our worst run and our best run both this evening. Let's put these up together. So 3 more runs will get these all to 55.
I need to go back.
Let's actually ask for trousers before we
Do come back again.
That's too
do
expensive.
that. Okay, so these are not as good as our current ones. Those are pretty good. Roland's Determination. Got decent strength. We would re-roll the regen on it, but yeah, otherwise they're all right. Let's ID our stuff. Put our points in. 582. That's going quite nicely. Hey, puzzle ring. We can go and get some more money. That's perfectly timed, actually. What's this? Jaren's Witch Doctor braces. We're getting a lot of off-character stuff. Anecdotally, of course. I'm sure that statistically we're perfectly within the range of possibilities. More Akon's trousers. We don't really care about Akon's trousers. The trousers that we care about is the Will of the Light. I mean, I could re-roll any one part of these into it. That would be fine. I suppose we're also missing the helmet of Akon, so we could re-roll that. How are we doing on Death's Breath? 26. That's not really enough to do many re-rolls. So the reason I'm considering the re-rolls, if I go onto the season conquests, so I can't stop taking gems to 65. We're going to do that automatically. But then we need to decide on one more, which will either be Dynasty, GR55 with 6 sets, for which we could go for Roland's Legacy, Thorns of the Invoker. Oh, they've got the new sets in there. Oh, okay, so we would only need one more from a different character. So we've got the Aegis of Valor, Armor of Akan up there, Roland's Legacy, of course, Thorns of the Invoker, and then probably Seeker of the Light. It's nice that they've added that in. And likewise, for Master of Sets, we don't have the option. So it'd be Roland's Legacy, Armor of Akan, Seeker of the Light, and Thorns of the Invoker. Those 4, and then we would have to go on to another character and do 4 more. So we'll probably do Dynasty. Dynasty, I think, seems like the most sensible choice. Right. Salvage up, except for the puzzle ring, which is going to get us money. And then we'll do a regular. Pretty certain I had the Crown of Light. Yes, yes, we have a very nice Crown of Light. So that's gone, that's gone, that's gone. The gems, get this back, and let's go and say hello. Once more onto the vault. All right, let's grab the various loot piles, valuables, and things. Wait for our cooldowns to come back, and then we can move on to the next bit. Okay, we're just getting a lot of money this time. Not much in terms of interesting drops. No gelatinous sire, which is a shame. Always hope for them because you always get so much, but we are going to have a lot of money coming back from this. Okay, let's make sure we're getting all piles of valuables. And we can check our money stash just before we go and see how profitable this has been. 160 million, that'll be good for a couple of runs. Teeny bit low on Wrath at the moment, but that's alright. It'll come back very quickly. Bang! One shotgun in the back. She didn't even have time to think. Flail. Cool. Chest armor. Cool. Let's ID them. Okay, so that's actually a really good one. So if we're going to do Blessed Shield, Gear Falcon's Foot is something that we definitely want. So these are now an amazing group. Question is, what would we put them with? Probably with Akarat's, I guess. Yeah, probably Akarat's champion. It's a tough call, tough call. But it's a call we don't need to make right now. Instead, we're going to talk to Shen very quickly, try and sort out our gems a bit more. Seeing as we have plenty more things that we can actually upgrade. Not going to be enough to get 2 flawless royal rubies, but at least we can get 1 more and still have a spare left over. So it is progress. 60 extra strength progress, so it's not a small amount. Look at that, we've used up all except that 1 single ruby that's left. Okay, let's do a regular rift and get some more rift tokens. Give me all of these bits. I do not want to be hit by your ranged attacks. No, thank you. Oh, I did not get hit by anything. Not recently. Not that I saw. I'm sure there was probably like one tiny thing somewhere that got me. That's all it takes. Oh yeah, let's get these guys. There's the other guy. Take all of your stuff. Ooh, conduit. Yeah, let's grab that as well. Ooh. Just managed to get away with that. It was not a good time for us to be mid-animation. Not a good time at all. Grab that. We do need to be picking up loot as we go through this, of course, for extra materials. All thoroughly vital for your standard adventurer. Crazy when you think back to like the start of Diablo 2 and like the first couple of zombies that were coming out of the rogues encampments to this. Diablo has definitely changed its feeling over the years. That's not necessarily a bad thing, of course, but it's moved away from the slower, scarier, slightly more tactical game that it started out as. I know by the end you had werewolves charging around up close and personal trying to get maximum lifesteal on Bale. So Diablo 2 went through some progressions as well. But this one's always been a little bit more hectic and frantic. Get those. Don't want to be trapped on that. No. No, thank you. Plenty of death's breaths. A little bit of healing. Yeah, I saw that coming. There wasn't enough stuff to keep us moving and attacking. Look at that, doing all the attack animations, but nothing actually coming through. That's because of the weird way that Stone Gauntlets can interact with Akan's champion. If you get stuck in a position like that where you're not able to move, you better just kind of like hope. Let's head on up.
Not ready
Of course they're ranged mobs. Why would they not be ranged mobs? I want to back off just a tiny bit because we're about to lose Akarat's champion. And I don't want these fools to be summoning the Rift Guardian while I've got plenty of other ads around. There we go. He's gone. That was a little bit trickier. Running out of Akarat's champion partway through did not help. Okay, I think we've got everything of note. Handleable though. Totally handleable. So we'll hand this in with Oric and put our single point in. Another Defender of Westmarch. So let's have a look. It's pretty nice. The strength is lower. So yeah, honestly don't care. Let's just salvage it up. Blackthorns can go, of course. And Gabriel's fan races we don't really care about. Kadala. Let's get some trousers. No. Okay. Well, before we finish, I think let's go and kill Magda, and we'll see if we can do her really quickly. Just salvage each of those up. And that way we're making direct progress to our season journey.
I believe that they conspired together to assist Diablo in releasing Mephisto and failed, though they had both supported the lesser evils of the past. The Lord of Pain was found guarding Bale's prison.
I will grab this Enlightened Shrine, get the friend out. Let's get even more explosions and things going on in the area. Yeah, I can. I always do. The only time I don't leave them there is when I make a mistake. Okay, let's just go in. Perfect. 2 Crusader shields from her. I mean, she was hoarding them, I expect. And a ring. Alright, well, let's head back and have a look at them. Oh, Jack and Borg. Could be a good one. Could be, could be. So that's another Belt of the Trove. Thinking about it. Yeah, it's a slightly worse one, so we don't need to really hold on to it. But I'll put it down there just in case we want to use it, like re-roll it or something. Hellskull can go, and Jack and Borg is 337, and the one over here is it's better. Well, better in terms of the percentage, better in terms of strength. It's got vitality on it, so yeah, I'm actually just calling that better. Outright better. We're going to salvage up the rest, put our point in, but I'm afraid we are out of time for today's episode. Thank you very much for watching, everyone. I do hope you have enjoyed this. As always, if you have, be sure to give a big thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and do so, and you'll be told when the next episode goes live. Otherwise, I'll see you next time for another episode of Diablo 3. See you soon.